Here it is. Just got off the truck. There it is. There it looks. I know we did a walk around earlier, but I kind of want to get a pretty close look at it. See what how far we get. You know, I've had a lot of my friends calling me saying, why don't you just buff out the paint and clean it up and put it up for sale? Well, you know, first of all, that ain't buffing out. Okay. The other thing is too is, I mean, I'm gonna fool with it just to see what happens if I buff old paint like this. But I learned so much on my first one. I kind of want to do another one just to see if I can do it better. There's the first one right there. There's this right here looked very similar to that. Less than a year ago. And all this started when I bought that, which I still love. When I bought that several years ago. That's a beast right there. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna see what I can do to go through this. This one here was green, rusty, horrible, awful when I started. Now, I'm pretty close to being done with it. I got to wrap up a few things, but it's a fun ride. Anyway, let's see what I can do to this one. I'll keep you posted. That looks a lot better. That thing had some scale on it, I'll tell you that. The pressure washer did a pretty good job taking it off. Much better. Step one, clean it up. Something weird about the starter, I'll have to figure it out, but it starts right up. Usually. Well, it did last time. Yeah, so I don't understand what's going on there as it disengages from the, when it starts. It sounds like it's kind of hung up somehow, but anyway, dashboard, you know, same old crap. I got to figure out how to either buy a new one or watch some video on fixing it. But you know, the interior itself is pretty intact. The other one, the gray and silver one that I just finished, it was in about the same condition, maybe a little worse. Needs a headliner. I've got that figured out. But all the panels and all that stuff, they're all here. So, you know, this light works. The light in the back works. That's pretty cool. It's kind of a good sign. The rear window rolled right down. This window right here rolled, you know how they do, rolled right down. Let's see if that one works. And I got to disengage that stupid seatbelt thing too. Of course, that's going to drive me nuts. But that one rolls down too. So those are working. The windshield is not cracked. My last one was totally cracked. I had to replace it. The seats, I can't tell what's going on here. Maybe this is a cover? I don't know. Anyway, you know, I kind of dig the red color. I think I can really make something happen there. The carpet is, you know, horrible, but we'll see if I can do something there too. You know, I got a badge. Let's see. It doesn't have the little tabs on the back, so I got a badge to put on my toolbox to replace. But overall, you know, I mean, not bad. Spare's good, the tires are good. I mean, these aren't the tires that I'll run. I'm gonna run, obviously, mud and snows. But, you know, I mean, overall, not too bad. I think I'll be able to bring it right back. I hope I can bring it back. All right, that's it. So I guess it's like day 2. I drove this thing to work today, and it was fine. So when I bought it, the battery was dead, so I bought a new battery, right? And then put a battery in, started it up, put it on the trailer, and trailered it home. 6 hours. Yay. This morning I woke up, fired it up, drove to my buddy's house. He's got a project. I looked at his place, stopped to get gas before I went there, shut it off, got gas, drove to my buddy's house, shut it off. Yay, bought a new truck. We all talked about it. From there, went to Valvoline because I was going to get some stuff done. I was going to get differential changed out, oil, I mean, you know, whatever, fluid. I was going to get the front transfer, front differential, and I was going to get transmission and oil change, just so that I had a fresh start. And so anyway, I went to Valvoline. Yay, it all worked out except for they couldn't get the differential plug out. They couldn't get the front differential plug out. They couldn't get the transfer case plug out. Fine, I'll do this here. But they did do the transmission. They did do the oil. And I went to Advance to get an air cleaner. And when I got there, it was dead. So I said, hey, will you check my battery alternator, see which one's wrong? So we fooling with it, and it overheated like bad. Overheated, like boil. So I figured it out. Alternator doesn't work. Battery went dead. And the fan wasn't working while I was sitting there because there was not enough juice to pull it around. So I bought a new battery. Actually, I charged it first for a flash charge. Then I bought a new battery. Then I drove it home, and now here it is up on the rack. There you have it. All right, so I put it up on the rack, and this is the first time I get to look at it, like really look at it and see what's going on. Little walk around, and We do know that the alternator's screwed, so I'll get a new one of those. But we'll do a walk around. So I think the first order of business is to get the Clark Griswolds off. I can't stand the Clark Griswolds. I can't stand them. Yeah, what's underneath this thing? Let's take a look. It's actually better off than the one that I had before. This is like weird. I mean, I don't even know why. What? That's not a dual exhaust. It's not. It's like a single exhaust coming out to two tailpipes, whatever. We're gonna get rid of that. We'll do straight out the back, dual exhaust when we can. Let's get underneath this and take a look. It actually looks pretty damn good, to be honest with you. Looks really good. See, this is next. All that's gotta go. I'll pull that out from the inside. This side, not as bad, but still gotta go. Gotta take it out. Of course, these back cap corners, always screwed right there. They gotta go. All right. And let's see what else we can see. I have no idea what that little tie is right there. Little bow. The front end on this thing is wobbly as shit, so I gotta figure that out. What's going on there? Because my other truck is a pleasure to drive. This one sucks. So I gotta figure if the tires or what. Anyway, here's underneath. So I'll wire brush every freaking bit of this. Coat it, make it nice. They're freaking, see that? Look at that. I'll evict the wasps, get them out of here. They're the least of my worries. Yeah, so that's my thing. Here's where we are. And I'll tear out the interior pretty quick. Shit. And get going on it. That's what's going on. All right, so 3 o'clock this morning I wake up because like I don't dig the stock gray, red, and gray paint scheme. I mean, I looked at 1,000 pictures trying to figure out, you know, if I could like it, you know, variations of it or whatever else. So what I figured out was when I painted the other one, which you saw, it was black, silver, and black on top. And it looked cool, it looks cool. But for a long time, I was trying to figure out whether I want to do silver, black as a stripe, and silver underneath. I went back and forth for a long time. So I decided to go with black, silver, and black. Now on this one, I want to see if I was wrong in my decision because I think I'm going to go silver, black, and black underneath. And Soft Topper actually has a gray top, which I think would look really cool. So that's the way I'm leaning right now. 3 o'clock in the morning, I woke up. I said, you know what? That's the way I'm going to go. I'm not sure that's the way I'm going to go, but we'll see. All right. See you. Bye. So the deal on these two trucks is that I made with my wife because who needs 3 K5 Blazers? I mean, I do, but I'm not going to say anything. I mean, everybody needs 3 K5 Blazers, but because every year they just go up. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'll do my best work on this. After learning from the other one, I'm going to put it together pretty much the same way. Then, when I'm done with both of them, I'm going to drive them all for a little while. One of them I'll sell. Now, I can tell you, this thing right here stranded me like twice today, right? You heard the story. Alternator, overheating, whatever. I got it back. That other truck, God, man, it runs so freaking good. But in defense of this truck, this is a 350. The other one's a 305. However, that 305 pulls like a son of a bitch. Anyway, we'll see. I just really like that other truck that I finished. We'll see if I like this truck as much. That's what I'm shooting for. To like this truck just as much as that other truck. And honestly, if it came down to a flip of a coin, that'd be great. And even then, maybe I'll have, by the time I get all this done, maybe I'll have a freaking group of people who are like watching what I'm doing because they're doing their own thing. or maybe it's halfway interesting. And if that's the case, then maybe I'll just put it for a vote. You guys say, okay, this one or that one. But at the end of the day, one of them will have to go. And yeah, I mean, I hope I do a good enough job here that it's a hard decision to make, because I freaking love that other truck. All right, bye. All right, so it's time for the physicals. No, it's really not. But, so I drove this thing today, and I don't know if I told you all this or not. I might as well tell you now. Like, I don't know shit about this thing. Nothing. I'm a builder. I'm a contractor. I've been building my whole life. And if you want me to come and build you a beautiful commercial mid-rise or an unbelievably awesome custom home, yeah, I can do that. But I won't, because I hate it. Anyway, I work for a nonprofit now, and they have me do what I do, and I help people, which is cool, because I would rather like shoot myself than build another freaking building. All right, fine. However, I did find out last year when I built the silver and gray one, or black and gray one, I did find out that I kind of dig it, but I don't know anything about it, like nothing, right? But I was driving home today, you know, watching everything, because overheating, no alternator, the whole 9 yards, being stuck. And I realized it was like rough. And then I pulled it into the garage, got it out, you know, got it done. Got in the other truck, which I haven't done much to, except, I mean, I haven't done much mechanically to. Just sort of drive it. And I drove it an hour away to work, and it's amazing. It's like tight, it's good. This one was like wobbly, shitty, whatever. So I just realized, maybe I can show you this. So like watch. You see that? See that? I think that's what I was feeling today. So just so you all know, I have no idea what that means. I'll take it all apart. I'll figure it out. I'll do a whole lot of Google searching, and somebody will say, this is what that means. And then when I go to fix it, I'll bring you all on board. All right, bye. All right, so we got the Clark Griswolds off. That actually sucked, just so you know. It really sucked. But freaking amazing line on the goddamn freaking K10 or V10, K5. And then you got this bullshit Clark Griswold stuff on it. Whatever, it's got to go. But at the end of the day, that sucked. I would tell you how to do it, but honestly, it's going to take that. It's going to take that. Not that. Definitely going to take that, okay? You're going to need that son of a bitch right there. Unless it was put on yesterday. And you should have on those. And yeah, that's that. And probably one of those. But either way, the Clark Griswolds are off the truck. I guess this is day 3, you know. I think I said yesterday, you know, I got stranded because I figured out that the alternator wasn't working. No big deal. You know, I got to replace some things under it anyway. So, but I got stranded because I had an electric fan and overheated and whatever. But anyway, I put it up on the rack yesterday and just started looking at it this morning. So I'm going to turn the camera around here in a second and show you what I'm finding from on this one, and then we'll talk about how it's different than the last one. All right, see you. All right, so here it is up on the rack, and you know, I can't help but make comparisons to the last one that I did, and you know, I drove that yesterday, the gray and the silver one, to a meeting, and I just got to tell you, I just love that truck. And I told you that my deal with my wife was I'd get this one done, and we would take a look at driving them both and seeing which one we like more, or I like more, I guess, because I'm going to be the one driving it. But at the end of the day, I don't even know how this one could compare to that other truck as far as like how much I enjoy it. But having said that, This is in way better condition. Underneath, I always start underneath them, right? You know, start cleaning up the bottom, seeing what we have. But this one is just in so much better shape. The other last one, it was all the rocker was gone. I mean, in fact, the bottom part of the door was gone all the way through here on both sides. This rocker is really sound and it looks to be stock. In fact, most of this looks to be stock. Now, of course, the pan, you know, underneath the seats, I'm gonna have to replace that on this side, but it's not very extensive. I mean, the other one went all the way back and I had to tear out so much of it and cut it and put it back together. But these are weird. These are always like this little back corner right here. If I push hard enough, well, the carpet is right. That's the carpet right there underneath there. This is the inside carpet. So that's, you know, it's the same. I expected that, but I expected way worse. The other one as well, all of it, everything underneath was this color, and everything under the hood was this color. Everything had a little light scale of rust to it. This one, not at all. Yeah, so I'm really pleasantly surprised after raising this up to see just what I have to do. It's not that bad. I mean, the support arms, these support arms are in great shape, like really great shape. So I don't have to take those out. That's a big deal. So overall, I'm super happy with this truck as it is right now. My next step on this, I'll, you know, right now I'm just assessing everything, but my next step on it is I'll go underneath it. You know, I don't know if I post these up on the internet, I know I'm going to get skewered, and I don't care because you know what? I'm old and it doesn't matter. But I use oven cleaner, degreaser, like Easy Off, to clean all this greasy stuff up, and it does a great job. So anyway, that's what's going on there. This is the underneath the truck. Again, I don't know what I have going on with this front left tire. It feels like to me like it's coming off. So you know, I'll take a look at that and see what I got to do there. But in the meantime, first I'm just gonna clean. I'm just gonna clean for a while, and then I'll get a better look at what's going on underneath there. So that's where I'm at. Okay, so I had it up on the rack, cleaned up the bottom, degreased it, pressure washed it. Underneath here, I mean, we had everything. We had acorns, you know, from whatever, squirrels or whatnot. We couldn't see the valve covers before. It's drying out now, but I pulled the alternator out, getting ready I'll replace it, you know, eventually here. And but overall, motor looks really good. It's got a Holley intake, Holley 650 double pumper. You know, everything looks intact, pretty good. The air cleaner, obviously, it needs to be replaced pretty quick. So I'll get that in there as well. But inside, you know, I mean, for stock engine bay, it's nice. Again, the last one I did, the inner fenders, they had to be replaced completely. The battery tray was and the last one was a piece of plywood sort of strapped onto it, and I had to get that replaced. Anyway, long and short of it is, I'm pretty pleased with what I see underneath here as well. I don't know, you know, there's a few things I've got to go through. Again, for those who are going to skewer me on YouTube, you know, I mean, I rebuilt one of these when I was a kid. Man, I was like 40 some years ago. I don't really even remember that much about it. I know this is a 350. I have no idea about the transfer case. I have no idea about the front differential. I have no idea about the transmission yet, but I'll figure it out. I would say it's probably a 4L60E, and this is 350. Yeah, so we'll keep cleaning it up. You know, I clean it up first, get all the grease out of as much stuff as I can, because once I strip this thing and paint it, I'm not going to want to do this on my new paint, right? So yeah, I'm going to try to clean as much of it as I can. I hate it because I'm greasy and dirty and wet, but it looks a lot better. It does look a lot better. So that's it.